What's up, my man? Let's talk about something that's probably crossed your mind more than once, especially when you're staring at your phone, waiting for a text back that you know should have arrived hours ago. You're a good guy, you're generous, you're thoughtful, and you're putting in the effort. But sometimes, you get this nagging feeling in the pit of your stomach, right? A little voice that whispers, is this a two-way street, or am I just the guy who paves it? Look, nobody wants to feel like a walking, talking ATM machine with a nice haircut. And nobody wants to be the emotional equivalent of a free trial that gets canceled the moment the real subscription shows up. So today, we're going to be your personal detective, your relationship Sherlock Holmes. We're going on a little investigation to uncover the 7 subtle signs she's just using you. And I mean subtle. We're not talking about the neon sign flashing I'm using you above her head. We're talking about the little things, the almost imperceptible shifts in the matrix that can leave you feeling confused, drained, and wondering if you're just overthinking things. Spoilers, you're probably not. So grab a seat and let's get into it. So the first sign, and this one is a real silent killer, is that she's a ghost until she needs something. Think about it. You'll send her a funny meme, a message asking how her day was, or even just a simple thinking of you. And what do you get back? Crickets. Radio silence. You might as well have sent that message into the void, but then, out of nowhere, your phone buzzes. And it's her. Your heart does that little fluttery thing. But what's the message? Is it her asking about your day? Is it her finally responding to that hilarious cat video you sent 3 days ago? Nope. It's, hey, you're not busy tonight, are you? My car is making a weird noise. Or, OMG, I'm so stressed about my presentation tomorrow. Can we talk? Suddenly, you're on the clock. You're the handyman, the therapist, the last-minute ride. It's like you're a video game character on standby, only activated for a specific mission. A healthy connection is a steady stream of communication, not a series of emergency flares she fires off whenever her world is on fire. If her texts are less, how are you, and more, can you might be less of a boyfriend and more of a very convenient app. Alright, let's move on to the second sign, which is a masterclass in emotional manipulation. Pay close attention to this one. She only gives you just enough attention to keep you interested. This is the classic breadcrumbing technique. She'll be distant, aloof, maybe even a little cold for a while. You start to pull away, you start to think, okay, that's it, I'm done. And then, just as you're about to mentally check out, she throws you a bone. A tiny, insignificant morsel of affection. It could be a late-night text saying, I miss you. It could be a random compliment that seems to come out of nowhere. It could be a sudden burst of warmth and affection that lasts for a day, maybe 2. And just like that, you're hooked again. You think, see? She does care. I was just being paranoid. But here's the thing, my friend. That's not genuine affection. That's a calculated move. It's like a casino that lets you win just enough on the penny slots to make you believe you have a chance at the jackpot. The house always wins. And in this case, the house gets to keep you around as a reliable source of validation and support without having to put in any real consistent effort. Don't be fooled by the occasional breadcrumb. You deserve the whole damn bakery. Now this next one can be a little tricky to spot, especially when you're wearing those rose-tinted glasses. Sign number 3 is that your wallet gets more action than you do. Let's be real here. In a healthy relationship, there's a natural give and take. Sometimes you pay, sometimes she pays. It's a partnership. But if you find that you've become the designated financier of her lifestyle, it's time to take a closer look at the balance sheet. Is it always you picking up the tab for dinner at that fancy place she loves? Are you the one who's always footing the bill for her shopping sprees or her weekend getaways with her friends? Does she have a habit of conveniently forgetting her purse whenever the check arrives? This isn't about being cheap. It's about being valued for who you are, not what you can provide. A woman who is genuinely into you will appreciate your generosity, but she won't expect it. She'll want to contribute. She'll want to treat you too. If the only time she seems truly excited to see you is when your credit card is making an appearance, then you're not her man. You're her sponsor, and that's a role you need to resign from, effective immediately. Moving on to sign number 4, and this one is a big red flag waving in the wind. She keeps you a secret. You've been talking for months. You hang out regularly. You're intimate. But for some reason, you haven't met a single one of her friends. Her family thinks she's perpetually single. Your picture is nowhere to be found on her social media. In fact, if someone were to look at her life from the outside, there would be no evidence that you even exist. When a woman is proud to be with you, she wants to show you off. She wants to integrate you into her life. She wants her friends to meet this amazing guy she's been telling them about. If she's actively keeping you in the shadows, you have to ask yourself why. Is she embarrassed by you? Is she keeping her options open? Is she already in a relationship with someone else? Whatever the reason, it's not a good one. You're not a secret agent on a clandestine mission. You're a man who deserves to be acknowledged. If she's treating you like a classified document, it's time to declassify yourself from her life. All right, let's talk about sign number 5, which is a subtle but significant one. She's all about the me and never about the we. Pay attention to the language she uses. When she talks about her future, her plans, her dreams, are you in them? Or is it always, I want to travel here, I'm thinking of moving there, I want to achieve this. There's no, we should go there together, or what do you think about us doing this? A relationship is a team sport. It's about building a future together. If she's consistently talking about her life as a solo act, it's a pretty clear indicator that she doesn't see you in the long-term picture. You're a temporary co-star in her one-woman show. And let's be honest, you deserve to be a leading man in a blockbuster romance, not a background extra in an indie film about her. Don't ignore the pronouns. They often tell you more than you think. Now, for sign number 6. This one can be tough to swallow because it often preys on your good nature. She only hits you up when she's bored or lonely. You're the late-night call when her other plans fall through. You're the, what are you up to? Text on a Tuesday night, when she has nothing better to do. You're the emotional band-aid she uses to soothe her own feelings of loneliness. But what happens on a Friday or Saturday night? Is she blowing up your phone then? Or is she conveniently busy with the girls? If you're her go-to guy for the boring in-between moments of her life, but you're nowhere to be found when the fun and exciting things are happening, that's a problem. It means you're not a priority. You're a placeholder. You're the human equivalent of scrolling through social media when you're bored. It passes the time, but it's not fulfilling. You deserve to be someone's first choice, not their last resort. And finally, we've arrived at sign number 7. This is the one that ties everything together. Your gut is screaming at you. Deep down, you know something is off. You can rationalize all you want. You can make excuses for her behavior. You can tell yourself you're just being insecure. But that feeling in the pit of your stomach, that's your intuition. And it's rarely wrong. Your intuition is your built-in lie detector. It's the culmination of all the subtle cues, the inconsistencies, and the red flags that your conscious mind might be trying to ignore. If you constantly feel on edge, if you feel like you're walking on eggshells, if you feel more anxiety than peace when you're with her, then you need to listen to that feeling. It's not just a random emotion. It's your subconscious mind telling you that something is not right. Don't dismiss it. Trust it. It's trying to protect you. So there you have it. 7 subtle signs that she might be using you. And look, I get it. It's not always easy to face the truth, especially when you've invested your time, energy, and emotions into someone. But you owe it to yourself to be with someone who values you, who respects you, and who is just as invested in you as you are in them. Don't be afraid to take a step back and reassess the situation. And if you recognize these signs in your own life, don't be afraid to walk away. Because the right person won't make you question your worth. The right person will make you feel seen, heard, and cherished. You deserve nothing less. If this video opened your eyes, then smash that like button and subscribe to Goodbye Mr. Nice for more content that helps you level up. Drop a comment below and share your story. You'd be surprised how many guys have been there. Remember, it's time to say goodbye to Mr. Nice Guy and hello to the man you were meant to be. This is Goodbye Mr. Nice. Stop settling. Start leading. Until next time, take care of yourself. You've got this.